Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best hidden gem, not the best, every hidden gem amethyst tier in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. Here on this tier list, we got all 70 of the hidden gem amethysts that are currently in the game on this tier list to rank, and we're going to see where they go. Nick Claxton starts us off with a solid defensive big, but only like a 53 ball. Unfortunately for Claxton, the lack of shooting on a game that you really can't hit very consistently with a 55 3 ball, except for maybe the corner. You might hit from the corner. He does have great defense and great finishing with 79 speed, which is decent off rebound chaser, pogo stick, paint patroller. I mean, if he could shoot a little better, I'd be pretty high on this card, but unfortunately he can't. That being said, there are a lot of mid cards in this list. I think B is fair. Smith Parker's a good defensive point guard. He's 6'4", and he's a good slasher. He's got an 85 or so driving dunk, but he is not a great shooter. His jumper's not great, and his SIGs are terrible for a point guard. That being said, he's tall and he's good defensively. I think he's probably B. I don't think I can put him A. I think he's decent, but I don't think I can put him A. Cedric Ceballos, good slasher, good shooter. Not amazing as a card. He's okay-ish. I think he's B. Delhi is probably D. I mean, does Delhi do enough on the court in 2K to not be D tier? Honestly, probably not, right? I guess I'm not going to say he doesn't for sure, but let's see. Defensively, 87 interior is nice. You know what? He's not D tier. I lied. He's 6'3". He's got 87 interior, 90 speed, 93. He can't dunk, but he plays D. He doesn't have SIGs either. Yeah, he's not that good, but he does play D. And I mean, his jumper's probably bad. I'm going to go C. He's probably not that good, but whatever. Fred Jones is a great slasher and an okay-ish defender who has a very bad jump shot at 6'2" at point guard. I don't think he's very good either. I think he's also C. I think this Matt Calvin card is also mid. He is pretty much only a shooter. He's fast. He's got 87 3 ball. He can kind of sort of dunk wide open, but he's only 6 foot tall. He doesn't play really any interior defense. I think he's super mid too, and I think that only being 6 foot tall is just like absolutely tiny. Mike James can't dunk and he can't defend on the interiors. He's 6'2" with 25 interior, no dunking. That to me again is a liability defensively. Lionel Simmons is legitimately good. He's our first A tier on the list. 6'7", very nice jumper, okay defender. If you add a couple defensive badges, he's a legitimately well-rounded, super solid option at the shooting guard position. Shane Battier is great, except for the fact that his jumper kind of blows from a standstill catch and shoot, and unfortunately it kills what is otherwise a great 3-and-D card who's decently athletic and very good defensively. That being said, I'm still going to put him B tier despite the mid jumper. Luke Mbamute is a card that I have not yet played against or seen, but he is not great on paper. I mean, he's fine. He looks very good defensively, and he's got, 6'8", small forward, 83 ball, 84 speed. He's not athletic and he's not a great shooter, but he's got an okay speed. He's probably going to shoot the ball okay-ish. He's going to do nothing off the dribble and no real finishing, but defensively, he's not terrible. I think probably actually B tier, to be honest. At least he's very good defensively. That provides value. And if he's going to hit a shot as well, I mean, I think he's probably better than a lot of the cards on this list. Kenneth Faried is our first S tier. Remember, these are amethysts, so the S tier is not going to be the greatest cards in the game, but this Faried card's really good. He is, only like 6'8", 6'9". He is undersized, but he is a very, very nice card. I think I just clicked on the wrong Faried card. I'm not going to lie. So 1 second, let this load, and I think hold on, no I didn't. 84 speed, 95 standing and driving dunk, 84 interior, 69 3 ball. This is not the card that I thought this was. I am wrong. I thought this card was a lot better than he is. He's a great finisher. He's got great speed, but his jumper's not what it was last year. I'm wrong about that. I thought he had the jumper he had last year. And defensively, he's got decent badges, but he's not the card he was quite on that end either. So you know what? This card is not actually S tier. I lied. I was thinking this was like the Kenneth Faried that we got last year. It was crazy. This card is more of a... I mean, he's going to hit wide open, but that's about it. The speed is nice. The dunking is great. 84 speed is a... you know what? I'm going to go B. I'm going to go B. John Collins, probably actually a little bit better than Faried, I would think. Does he have a little more defense than Faried does? Or a little bit more shooting ability? I'm sure he has a little bit more shooting. 79 speed instead of 84 is slightly less. Defensively, 84 interior, 80 block versus, let's see what John Collins is. I think that's a big comparison between the two because they're very similar cards. 79, a little more perimeter, 85 block. Pretty similar defensively, honestly. They're very similar slashers. Collins is going to be the better shooter. Jumper on Collins is probably going to be better. Movement-wise, it's going to be very similar. They're very similar similar cards, actually. I think Collins is a little better. I'm going to go Collins in A. I'm going to go Farid in B. That seems right. James Donaldson is a slow, tall, non-shooting big. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, that this card is any good at all. I'm probably going to have to pick up the pace even a bit. Yeah, 63 speed, 25.3. That's all I need to see. That card's D tier, even at 7'2". Well, 7'2" with 63 speed, that's actually C tier. I lied, he's 7'2". Doc Rivers is 6'4". He can't really dunk, but he can kind of shoot, he can kind of defend. He is at least decently tall at the point guard position. Like Smush Parker, he's not great, but he's not terrible. I'll go B tier with him. Finally gonna actually have our first S tier. Marcus Smart is 6'4", defensive point guard. He's also got 90 driving dunk and a legitimately good jump shot. That's all I need to say about that card. His diamond is elite at like even a competitive level. I think that Amethyst, while not quite as great, is still very, very good. I do think he is also an S tier Amethyst for sure. Alex Caruso, we actually have both of the tall S tier point guards back to back. Caruso's the same card as Marcus Smart. They do the same thing on the court. They're good spot up shooters who dunk the ball really well and defend. That's it. That's all they're going to do. It's a very valuable role to have, though. You don't need your point guard to be your scorer, especially if they're going to guard. And both Caruso and Marcus Smart will do that. Scoot Henderson, a great slasher, but not an elite shooter nor an elite defender. Does he play enough defense at all to avoid being a C tier point guard? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at this card's defensive ability as of yet, but that's kind of the one differentiator with him, because he's super fast. He's going to be a mess shooter. His jumper's never that great in 2K, but as long as he can hit wide open and he's going to slash great, the offense is fine. The defense is the question, and 78 interior, 84 perimeter, 85 steal is better than I anticipated. Shout out to that Scoot Henderson card. He's legitimately good. Not only is he not C tier, he's not B tier. He's A tier. His defense is pretty good. Shout out that Scoot Henderson card. A lot better than I thought he was. That's why I got to check with some of these cards that I haven't looked at, because there are a lot of them. Some of them I have used, some of them I have. Marquez Chris is legitimately good. I did know that one. 6'10" with 7-foot wingspan at the small forward position, 86 speed, 88 three ball, and 95 standing and driving. I mean, sorry, 83 three ball, but still really good. Wish he had better perimeter steal. That's the biggest thing to me, where I'm like, is he S tier? Probably not, especially with basic SIGs, his own jumper on normal. As good as he is, a 6'10", small forward who can shoot and dunk, the lack of defense is pretty eh. I'd still go A with him. I still think he's pretty good. Otis Birdsong's a 6'3" shooting guard and he sucks. Would not run. Definitely do not recommend. Brandon Jennings, awesome jumper, very fun offensive card, great shooter, decent slasher, although actually not that good as a slasher, but defensively he's a little bit of a liability. That card's not going to cut it. Ivica Zubac has literally never been good in 2K. I mean, last year he had a Galaxy Opal card that was okay, and that was the first time he's ever had that half-decent card. Problem is he's 65 speed, 26 three ball as a 7-footer. If he was 7'3", maybe he gets away with it slightly. At 7 foot, he doesn't get away with that lack of shooting ability and lack of speed. You can't get away with both those things, even in early game MyTEAM. That's a D tier card. Kevin Duckworth, same thing. The ugliest jumper you've ever seen, slow, non-shooter, terrible, bad. Grady Dick, his jumper I think is a little baited, but I would assume he's very solid, at least offensively in terms of the stats. Can he defend at all is my question with Grady. And the question is answered by no. He does not really defend. 70 interior, 79 perimeter is not great. 86 speed is pretty good. He is a 6'6" shooting guard, still not that big. Not as elite of a shooter as I expected, but still not bad. SIGs are meh. He's not awesome. He's not, I don't know. He's pretty mid, I would say. The offense is okay. The defense is going to leave a bit to be desired, I would say. And I don't think the offense is going to be spectacular either. I would probably go C with him. I actually think that's fair. I'll go high C, but still, I don't think he's good. Isaiah Thomas, 5'9". Next, Al-Farouq Aminu, probably a legitimate 3 and D. He's one of those guys who is generally, actually this might not, his name's not going to pop up if I search it like that. I'm going to search up Aminu instead, and that should hopefully give us the result we're looking for. There we go, Al-Farouq Aminu. 80 speed, 80 driving, 84 3, 84 air interior, perimeter. Wow, only 84 perimeter is a little disappointing. Half on ball bonus is nice. He is 6'9" at small forward, 7'3" wingspan. This Isaiah Roby base, if I remember correctly, is a pretty good jumper. Pro dribble style, rest of it's basic SIGs. They just love the basic SIGs on cards. Can't give cards animations. A jumper base isn't bad. Is the upper good? I have no idea. Jumper is definitive with that card, and since I don't know the answer, Batier's upper is what kills him. It's not the base, but I don't know the upper on Al-Farouq Amini. Therefore, I'm not going to put him A tier because I'm not confident enough in his jumper to do so as of right now. That being said, I will put Corey Brewer in S tier. Awesome defender, great slasher, great jump shot. He is really good. One of the best Amethyst hidden gems in the game. Otto Porter is an awesome spot-up shooter who, kind of like Lyle Simmons, could be a decent defender, but he's not the slasher that Simmons is, and he's also not quite the off-the-dribble threat that Simmons is. I think he's B tier. He's fine, but he's not special. Trey Murphy, great defender, 6'9", small forward, is a good shooter and a great slasher as well. Very similar to Corey Brewer, although not quite as good defensively, but I would still put him in the S tier. I think he's really good. Mario Hezonja is a solid defender with an absolute strap, one of the fastest jumpers in the game. He is a knockdown shooter. I think he's also 6'8". That Hezonja card, he may have been a bust in real life, but I'm pretty sure in my team that he is actually really, really good. 86 speed, 88 three ball, 90 driving dunk, 6'8" shooting guard. Like I said, yeah, he's decent defensively too if you had a couple badges. He's legitimately really good. With a couple of the right badges added, like immovable, on-ball menace, pick dodger, and maybe even just lightning launch, you add those 4 badges to this card and you have yourself kind of a weapon at the shooting guard position for an Amethyst. He's good. Bronny, his jumper sucks. C tier. He's not quite D because he's a little bit tall and he's going to be an okay slasher and pretty athletic, but still C tier. Dion Waiters, bad jumper, bad defender, or mad jumper, bad defender. Offensively, he'll be okay, but he's not special at all either. I think he's pretty underwhelming. Emmanuel Quickly is probably also going to be one of those guys who, can he guard at all? I'd be surprised if the answer is yes, you know what I mean? And then offensively, not going to probably quite make up for that overall enough. He is, let's take a look real quickly once my computer decides to eventually load 2KDB. There you go, 87 speed, 93 ball, but 75 driving, 57 interior, 78 perimeter. Like I said, yeah, the defense is just not there for a 6'2" point guard. Even offensively fun, I don't think that's going to do it. I'm going to leave him C tier. Clyde Lee can't shoot as well. Another guy who's not that fast and can't really shoot. Again, I'm going to put him very low. I think D tier for him. He's only 6'11" as well. I am going to put Marvin Williams in S tier. He's 6'9". He's very okay defensively. He's got a very big player build, and he also has an absolutely awesome jump shot, which is a really nice plus for Marvin. I think he's one of the best small forwards as well. Cam Thomas is another really solid offensive card, very fun to use, but he's 6'3" at the shooting guard position, and he doesn't guard a lick. I'm not gonna lie, that's a D tier card. Putting him on the court is a liability. Jim Chones, another not that fast defensive big who can't shoot the ball at all, and is only like 6'10", 6'11". I'm good. Terrence Jones, I believe he dunks the ball really well and is okay defensively, can hit an open shot. 85 speed, 85 driving, 83 ball, 84 interior and perimeter. That's not a bad card. He's pretty well rounded. He's pretty good. I'd say he's like a B tier guy, maybe even an A tier guy. I think Terrence Jones could be argued as an A tier. He's pretty solid. Andres Nocioni, I have no idea. That is my honest initial impression of Andres, is I don't know if he's good or not. So let's find out. Andres Nocioni is, I believe, I have no idea. We literally gotta wait for 2K to tell us, or 2KDB to tell us. Where is his, is that not how you spell it? How do you spell oh, I gotta add the accent, okay. 6'7", 6'11", wingspan, 79 speed, 75 driving dunk, small forward. 79 speed, 75 driving dunk, small forward isn't ideal. He's a good shooter. He's a pretty okay defender, but he's slow and he's got a Amari Stoudemire base. Nope. That card ain't very good. I'm not gonna lie. Where did I put him? A tier? Well, he goes down to the C tier. Sorry, Andres. Chuck Person, absolute sniper. Jumper is great on Chuck. In fact, I need to speed this up a little bit, so I'm not gonna look at every card, but I know he's pretty good. I think he's an A tier guy. DeJuan Blair is pretty bad, if I remember correctly. I think he's undersized, not super fast, not a great shooter. Schroeder, never good in 2K. Not a good enough dunker, nor a good enough jumper to really be a great card, I would say. Mozgov, also probably terrible. There's no way Mozgov is good in 2K, right? I can't remember. I honestly don't know if Timofey Mozgov has ever had even a half decent card. 52 speed, 6'10", 3 ball. Yeah, don't even need to look at anything else. I'm good. Danny Fortson, I do have to look at this card again. This is one where I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how good this card is, so I have to look at him to see. 85 speed, but 62 3 ball is bad. 6'7", small, 6'7" with a 62 3 ball is not gonna be great. Defensively, it's pretty mid. Basic dribble style, default swing is not gonna cut. No, not happening. This card stinks. Another, I would say, pretty low, maybe even D tier. Yeah, I'm gonna go D tier with that Nocioni. That card's not very good. Or sorry, with that Fortson. Rob Dillingham, another guy who's probably more fun offensively, but pretty mid defensively. Similar to IQ, to be honest. Derrick Rose, good, decent dunker. Can hit a wide open three, but that's about it. Defensively pretty I'm being generous putting him C tier probably, to be honest. Ed Davis is going to be a non-shooting, non-anything but rebounding big, probably. 84 speed, he is fast, and he's got obviously that great rebounding ability with 85 standing and driving dunk. I mean, fast rebounder is nice. He is only 6'10 with 57 three ball, though. It just, that's not going to cut it. I'm sorry. By the way, I'm moving D-Rose down as well. I know he's not going to shoot the ball very well. PJ Washington, 6'7" at power forward. Does that kill the card when he is overall probably decent? I would think, I don't know. PJ Washington's one of those guys that never gets a good enough card early enough in the year to really be good. He's got to play the small forward position. He plays a lot of small forward in real life for the Mavs. And while I do think this card's good, 6'7", 7'2" wingspan holds him back. You know what I mean? Especially because he can't play small forward. Because he's got good shooting, he's got okay speed, good slashing, and okay defense. He's just small, so he's going to get outsized at power forward, and that's his biggest issue by far right now, unfortunately for PJ Washington, is that I just don't think he's that great at power forward. So I think he is going to slide into that B tier at best. Shabazz Muhammad, dog, I just, again, I don't know. There's so many of these Amethyst hidden gems. I'm sorry. I do not know all of them. 86 speed, 85 3, 85 dunk. Not bad defensive. He's not bad. His defense isn't great, though. The low interior, mess deal, low block is like, he's not going to be great. Default small, Lillard pro. I mean, 6'6" shooting guard. He's another one that's just like pretty underwhelming, I would say. I think he's probably going to have to go in the C tier, to be completely honest. Who is up next? It is going to be Allen Iverson, D tier. No way that card's good. Lua Mudson. Can Lua Mudson do literally anything? 77 speed, 47 three ball. He does have a little speed, but he's 6'9" with a 47 three ball. I'm good. Quentin Grimes would be a really good 3-and-D card if his jumper wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like worse than Badier's. So bad that it puts him in C tier, despite the fact his stats and badges are good. Nas Reed, to me, is an S tier. He is probably one of the best couple bigs for sure that you can get at the Amethyst tier. Even though he's not really like an elite defender and he's only 6'9", he shoots the ball well, he's got good speed, he's got good finishing, and he's not a liability defensively. I think he's pretty good, to be totally honest. Marcus Thornton is, I think, pretty okay at the point guard position, if I am not mistaken. Let's take a look at that card as well. Marcus Thornton is, I mean, I think he's decently tall. That's the reason I say I think he's a decent card at the point guard position. He's 88 speed, 89 three ball, 75 dunk, 6'4", doesn't defend at all though. 75 dunk and doesn't defend even at 6'4". I'm sorry. To me, that's C tier. That's worse than Doc Rivers. James Jones, I love the shooting, but slow, non-defensive shooting guard to me, even at 6'8", is just not really what you're looking for. Hassan Whiteside is, I mean, I think he can hit a wide open three, but his jumper is pretty hideous. So 72 speed, 67 3, 90 standing, 94 interior, 95 block is like, it's a weird card because he is really big player build wise. He's taller than 7 foot, but he does have that low three ball rating and that low speed. But like I said, the player build's really good. The dunking is great. The defense is great on the interior, and he can hit wide open. I think I'm going to go B with how weak the center position is. Nerlens Noel, I do not believe is as good as Whiteside is. Another guy who it's like, oh, by the way, he was a big time bust, I would say, but 37 three ball, just can't shoot at all. 77 speed, it's not going to cut it. You know what I mean? He's a little more well-rounded defensively in terms of some of the perimeter stuff than Whiteside is, but complete and utter lack of shooting and being even like not that much faster at all and smaller. Just not all that great. Gary Trent's actually pretty good this year. 2K made his jumper better, I will say, and he is obviously a good 3-and-D as he always is in 2K in terms of stats and badges anyway. Oh, never mind. He is not the D. He is the 3, but they didn't give this card any defense. Generally in the past, Gary Trent Jr. cards have been decent 3-and-Ds, but this one is not. They did not give him much defense. Again, that's why I check with a lot of these cards, because some of them I haven't seen yet, and Gary Trent's another one of those that if he had defense, he'd be way better, but without defense, it literally knocks him down 2 tiers. No defense is like that's a big issue. Bobby Simmons is he's okay. He's one of those guys that I don't think anybody ever like gets super excited about. Not a name that people are super familiar with, I wouldn't say, or super famous, but he is a pretty good card. He's 90 speed, 89-3, 85 driving, now 86 perimeter at 6'6" shooting guard. Just doesn't have the interior defense, but again, on this list, which is not that insanely souped, he is kind of one of the better options. This list is not that loaded. I gotta say, you really have to get kind of lucky with these Amethyst hidden gems to get much good, because most of this stuff is not that good. Like a Juan Carlos Navarro is a short, non-slashing PG, is not gonna be good defensively. I'm good on that Juan Carlos Navarro card. Nenad Kristic, I have no idea. I give them credit. They are definitely using some different names this year, if nothing else, because some of these dudes, like, I don't know if they've ever been in 2K. I don't know anything about Nenad Kristic, but 67 speed, 69 3 ball at 6'10" is a bad card. That I do know. And that for Nenad puts him in the D tier. Ramon Sessions, he's actually decently tall. He's actually probably, believe it or not, you never think Ramon Sessions would go, oh, 2K beast, but he's actually probably pretty good. 94 speed, 84 3 ball. You know what? They didn't give him any defense. He's had a couple of okay cards in the past, that's why I say that. But this card is unfortunately not one of those. Doesn't have any sort of slashing or defense. So again, he is actually not very good. I was wrong. I would not run him with the lack of defense actually at all. I'd probably run him put him in D tier. Jose Calderon, another guy who has actually had somewhat competitive cards in the past in 2K and early game. Does this card have any defense is again the distinct question. As of right now, I have to apparently look for the, I just need to learn how to do the accent on my keyboard. Can't dunk, 69 interior, nope. Sorry, Jose, you're staying in the C tier. Buddy Hield is not going to guard all, but he is going to be a great shooter. Is that enough? No. I'm having the biggest D tier ever. Jose's getting moved down too. Tony Snell, good defender, good shooter, actually like pretty good. There are a lot of bad cards on this list. I did not realize how many of these cards were bad when we started this tier list. Maybe I wouldn't have done it, but we're only doing it once anyway, so hopefully y'all do enjoy it, even though it is a long video with 70 cards, and I know it's a very long video, but this Snell could use more badges, but he is a legitimately well-rounded, solid defender who has 84 speed, 87 3 ball, a good jump shot, and a good fade. So he's A tier even with the missing badges. Grievous Vasquez, he is a 6'6" point guard. He's not actually that awesome in terms of like what he does on the court, but he's tall as heck at the PG position, and he is good enough to go A tier on this list, legitimately. Rashard Lewis has the worst jumper I've ever seen, never plays any defense, and is always kind of slow. I'm good. Francisco Garcia might be okay. Let's take a look. A 93 3 ball, 86 speed, but again the defense just lets him down. 6'7", but again I'm not putting cards that have 79 perimeter, 84 agility, 57 interior, 76 steal on the court at the shooting guard position, and feeling comfortable about it. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to say that card is decent, he is not. Where is he? I just lost him. Did I put him in A? Oh, there he is. Okay, A tier. Yeah. C. The elite shooting keeps him out of D. Dino, the speed and athletic ability on Dino cards generally is pretty good. I don't believe this one's that great though, and he also can't shoot. Dino cards later this year will be really good. Like he'll get a Galaxy Opal or something that will be an absolute stud, but 76 speed, 55 3 ball is not what you're really looking for from your big. 80 interior, 85 standing dunk. Yeah, always has a solid player build and stuff, but I don't think that card's very good. And then Jonas Jerebko has a great jumper, one of the best shooters in the game. He is the best shooter on this list, maybe. He is cracked as a shooter, but he is kind of slow. He isn't the best defender. So again, he's one of those guys where he's a great card in a lot of ways, but he's not overall that incredible. And then Spudweb's last card on the list, and he's a 5'8", 5'7" dunker. So yeah, that one's kind of a no-brainer, unfortunately. That being said, that is the tier list. Y'all let me know what y'all think of my list in the comment section down below. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace!